The following video contains personal stories of Indigenous people who have experienced homelessness. Drug use, violence, foster care, residential school, and recounting traumatic experiences are discussed. Residential school survivors, their families, and Indigenous people dealing with intergenerational trauma can access mental health and crisis supports through the Indian Residential School Survivors Society at 1-800-721-0066. Others affected by this content can call 310 Mental Health at 310-6789.
Homeless Gitsan, being raised and brought up with the culture and the tradition and knowing other Lachgabu, other wolves. We have 4 clans. When you know who all the P'dek, all the other wolves, that's home. You're safe. You take care of each other. We support each other. It's not just my own family, my blood relation. It's clans. It's when you're seen in the community and seen in the feast hall and you're working together. So that's family, that's home.
What if everyone living rough, sleeping outside, and on the streets were all housed today? Would homelessness come to an end? The answer is no. Especially for Indigenous communities. To understand why, we must welcome 4 truths that Indigenous peoples across Canada have shared. The first truth is that in many Indigenous worldviews, home is holistic and reciprocal. Home is more about cultural connections than any built structure where a person lives. These essential connections shape what many refer to as all my relations. Houselessness or sleeping rough is a symptom of homelessness, but it is not homelessness. The second truth is that severing these relationships and preventing Indigenous people from experiencing all my relations is homelessness. The third truth is that Canada's child welfare system has replaced the residential school system in its effect on Indigenous children.
I was born homeless. So when I was born, my mom was homeless. And the hospital wouldn't let her take me from there because she was homeless. She had no place to take me. So I was left at St. Paul's Hospital in Vancouver. From the hospital, though, I went into care, and I grew up in care. I aged out at 19. For me now, when I look back at the work that I do, I always consider kids in care as being homeless because security of tenure is not there. I just remember months and years of wondering if I'm going to stay where I am or am I going to be moved, and it's not a good feeling to have. I tried to go to school on that basis, and I just had too many anxieties, I think, wondering, okay, social worker going to show up, or am I going to be moved? I don't know. And I just worried. I think I was just a constant worrier.
Patrick Stewart is not alone in his experience. Indigenous children make up 7.7% of the child population in Canada, yet they make up 52.2% of children in foster care. In some provinces, it is as high as 90%. Although they have shelter, the child welfare system cuts Indigenous children from the circles of relationships that root them, leading many into the prison system or onto the streets when they age out. So if everyone living rough and sleeping outside were to be housed today, homelessness would not end for Indigenous people. This is the fourth truth. the northwest interior of British Columbia, surrounding the headwaters of the Skeena River, within the unceded territory of the Gitxsan Nation, 5 villages are challenging the status quo and transforming the child welfare system. Cheryl Williams and the Gitxsan Child and Family Services Society believe that the critical step to ending Indigenous homelessness is bringing Indigenous children home.
It's ideally the human contact, the humanistic piece of us that need to feel like we belong. So yes, although a lot of our children are on the streets, lost through the system, have been damaged by the system, the critical bridge is to bring them back home. They need to come home. They need to come, whether they stay, whether they don't. Once, I truly believe, once they have instilled their footing of just feeling amongst their ancestors on the land base they belong, they always will have that within them. They know they have a land base and they know they belong.
Since 2005, the Gitxsan Child and Family Services Society, with the help of each community, has been on a journey toward regaining control over the welfare of Gitxsan children. The most important step has been to build the nation's capacity to welcome children home. This began with Gitxsan foster homes, guardianship, and cultural camps, allowing children to stay on the land or temporarily visit and access their culture and language. And it has grown into a yearly Bringing Our Children Home event. Some sew vests with the Children's Clan embroidered on them. Others gather and smoke salmon. And many more harvest and can local berries. At the end of the season, they have a large feast where the community comes together to welcome children who are outside of the community and who are in the child welfare system. The children are given their gifts, and they are introduced to their elders, family, language, and culture. The biggest challenge to bringing more children home has been housing.
We could have easily pushed to have all our children come back here, but we don't have the housing. That's been our detriment. That's the downfall right now, of course, is housing, which is across Canada, across the world.
The nation of Gitxsan have a dream to build a longhouse that would provide a safe living space for multiple children and act as a site for teaching and healing. In 2018, with the help of Patrick Stewart and advocates at BC Housing, the Gitxsan Child and Family Services Society was able to secure funding for the first longhouse in Glenvowel. And in the summer of 2022, construction has begun, and hope begins to take shape.
Hope for Gitxsan children is for them to know they do belong and they are cared for. We have 62 house, who we call them Hawilp, and every child matters, every child belongs. And they need to know, whether they're adults, teens, or what have you, that they belong to a mother clan and they belong to a father clan.
We're all part of the web of interconnections, and this means that change is the responsibility of every one of us. Learn more and get involved today.